Am I talking to myself? Hi, everybody. Thank you. Okay, so how are your workshops? Good? Good. Okay, so until we do our official closing, we're going to raffle off some more stuff. All right. Gotta mix it up. Oh, just as like a heads up, we found an iPhone that looks like a 6, iPhone 6 with a spec case. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, it's her track. Okay. So here's the deal. If you guys have already won a basket, you are not eligible for anything along this wall. You're eligible for everything that's on the single wall with under the t-shirts, including the t-shirts. Cool? Sure. If you have already won a full basket or bag, you are not eligible for anything along the basket wall. You are only eligible for what's under the t-shirts, which is the single wall, I guess you could say. If you get pulled again, if your ticket gets pulled again. And that's including the t-shirts as well. Everybody got it? Yeah. Everybody good? All right. Gotta mix it up. All right. You guys ready? You got your tickets out? Okay. Cool. 980-002. $980-002. Yes. Or book. Oh, please bring your tickets to Sonali.
I'll take your ticket.
All right. Who's next? 980-216.
Oh, wait, that's me.
Okay. All right. 959-403. 959-403. Who? Oh. Okay. 981-266. 981-266. That's you? Yay! 980-332. Did I? Okay.
959-507. 959-507.
Going once, twice.
Nine 494. Nine 493. Last three numbers, 493.
No? All right.
980-218.
Someone else? Someone?
I
Oh.
hers.
Yeah.
I gave my tickets to her.
Yeah. Okay. 981-281. All right. Yes. 980-560. Oh. Oh, is that an up? Okay, oh, that's yours? Okay. Okay. All right. 980-316. 9. What you say? Oh, 980-316. Oh, hey! Hey, that's it. 981-038. Up, hey! 959-419. Woo! 959-350. 959-350. No? Nobody? All right. 980-522. Yay! Okay. 980-832. 9. Oh, awesome. Okay. 981-089. Hey,
959-457. 959-457.
Take on.
I got the massager.
Yes. Yes, massage.
959-456.
Oh, that's me too. Uh-oh. Oh, no, in this drawing, there's only one winner.
Oh, I'm sorry. In the drawings, there's only one winner per session. Sorry. We gotta make sure everybody gets something.
You want that?
980-399.
All right.
Yay!
981-604.
981-604.
All right, so this one is a little different. It's not the raffle ticket, but it's the person we told you at the beginning of the day who like sent us the most, and hashtag the most and everything. Just for the Instagram winner, it's the person with the handle Live My Colors. So you win one of the single toys that's right at the end of the table over there. Just a single toy. It doesn't require to be single to use it. And then we're gonna have another person come up and do the Twitter here shortly, who did the most.
All right, back to your raffle tickets. 959331.
All right.
All right, 980755. 98. Oh, okay. All right. 981175. Yes. 980009. Is it for real, Karen? Is it for real? Okay. And the winner for the Twitter competition who used the hashtag CareersCon15 the most is @SexAndCookie.
So the next number is 959438. 959438.
Oh, that's yours too?
981581. 981581.
It's already been collected.
Oh. It's okay. It's okay.
Keep going, keep going.
981318. 981318.
Yay! Oh, no.
980952. 980952. 981444. 981444. Going once, going twice.
All right.
Yeah. We are like your own.
959145. 959.
It's almost like they get taught to you.
980496.
Oh, yes.
981-516. 981-516.
All right, so as of right now, we're going to stop the raffle and
We'll do the rest. We'll do the rest after that. Yeah.
okay.
Good evening, lovely conference. Good evening, lovely conference attendees. I think that worked. It worked. Can you hear us? No, you keep us. No. Nita, can you keep us?
Yes, I can. Oh, okay.
So, okay, so maybe I'll just tell you. So,
Okay.
there are special gift cards that will be put up on this raffle area. $50 for Passional Boutique. They go to classes, they go to products that are sold in the store, and that's local here in Philly. Sensual Steel, that is a company online that we have a relationship through with Betsy. And then Nina's lovely brother is a photographer and would like to do a mini photo shoot for headshots for all of us. So there's 2 gift cards for that. So that's what these are. There's some more.
There's more.
Boudoir shoot. I got both. Okay. So the reason that we would like to close the session for the day, get some more raffle baskets before we get to this mixer. So kind of have like this little pause where we come together and we think a little bit about how all the workshops that we attended today come back to the theme. Right, like we talked about on page 3 in your conference program, how Sukriti took so much special time out of her life to write out these conference goals and these learning objectives that we have for all of y'all when you attend these workshops throughout the day. So what we wanted to do was have a short closing, say thank you for coming and spending your whole day here. I did not anticipate that such a high percentage of y'all would stay the whole day. Like 6 o'clock. Sometimes we have like a lot of drop off.
It has nothing to do with the raffle baskets. Nothing. No, we really do appreciate it though. It's awesome to see our wider community coming together like this around issues that are hard. Like I've said this multiple times all day, but it's true, right? It's challenging, and we're choosing to be here in this challenging space. And with some faith and trust a little too, right? And I really appreciate that personally and as a colleague of all of yours in this small field that we're in. So thank you for that as well. And I mean, for me, again, this is an ongoing process of learning, of exploring, of challenging ourselves, myself, listening. I mess up all the time. You're gonna mess up all the time. You know, there's no like right way to be. There's just trying our best, and if that's what's in there in the conference goals around what being a change maker is, it's doing what you can to the best of your capacity, right? And just embracing that struggle. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so there are 2 faculty that we have asked to, I mean, there were 3, but right now there are 2. And right now there are 2 faculty who we have asked to come and talk and, you know, briefly about what their perspective is on this conference and the mission of this conference. One is Dr. Betsy Crane, who will be speaking, as well as Dr. Evans Weaver. Dr. Kalai Friedman is possibly on her way.
She's on her way. She's at the airport. Traffic is going to cost her.
Yeah. Totally understandable. So Dr. Crane can start, and then Dr. Evans Weaver can start after that. That sounds good? Sure. Thank you.
So actually, just in case this gets forgotten, I think we need to just give this huge round of applause to the leadership. So yeah, for me, one of the takeaways today has been just to see this leadership in action and to see a group of people who, please stand up if you've been on the planning committee with Sonali and everybody. So I would, as the advisor to the career conference over the last couple of years, it's just always been so amazing for me to see what leadership means. And I was at one meeting back last spring when they put a call out to folks to say, hey, who would like to come and help us think about this conference? And that group and with this leadership made the commitment to the theme and the message that today was really trying to communicate. And you know, whether it's talking about money, it's interesting because one of the workshops that I went to was about what's hard about both sex and money. And there's a lot of things that are hard about both of them. And when we try to think about how to ask for money for the sex education we do, that just puts it all together, right? So whether it's that, whether it's working with communities of color, of color, church communities or religious communities, working around disability, the fabulous panel that we just had, the amazing keynote speaker that you brought, and the courage that she modeled in terms of all of this. You know, we can think about a careers and sexuality conference and what's it supposed to be, right? So is it supposed to be knowledge, awareness, skills that you can walk away with that are going to help you be more successful in your career? Yeah. But I think it's also coming together as this community about, well, who do we want to be, right? Who do we want to be, and how do we want to be in relation to each other, right? Because, you know, we so often talk about the small community and the way that our issues are marginalized. And for me, you know, going back to when I was a Planned Parenthood executive director and worrying about doctors getting shot and blown up, we need each other. We need to be really tender and sweet and supportive of each other, even as we deal with the difficulty of the kinds of issues that we dealt with today. So I'm just blown away, mostly, you know, by the breadth and the depth of the kinds of topics that went on here, and I feel really privileged to have spent the day here. And for all of you, you know, I often, you know, I did talk about networking this morning, and I'm hoping that you're walking away today with at least having met a few more people that you had a real conversation with. And when in future years, when you're at conferences or whatever the work is that you're doing, you're going to be referring to each other and you're going to say, oh, I remember that person from Careers Conference 2015. We had an amazing connection. I feel good about encouraging you to work with that person. I'm hoping that's the kind of career advance as well that you get from today. So thank you all so much for being here.
Hi, everybody. Hi. So I'm going to make this quick because I know it's 6 o'clock. You've been here all day. You've seen some amazing things, and I'm not one of them. So I'm going to get you out of here. Hush. But it's really interesting, and I'm so excited to see you here. I've heard amazing things. I've gotten a lot of texts throughout the day with all the awesome things going on, and it takes me back to 2009. I did a presentation at ASET, and I was, I guess, like in my 4th year here, just starting my dissertation. And it was that period of time where you're like, I have this topic, I'm excited about it, I don't know if anybody else is excited about it, it makes sense to me. But they accepted the proposal, and it was on the impact that media images have on Black women. And I can remember there were not a lot of people who showed up, right? I was super passionate and like, we've got to lead a revolution. But I met with this small group of women who had attended the workshop afterwards. And we had this really invigorating conversation, and I felt all warm and fuzzy, like people understood and really validated what was going on. From that conversation, they told me, they're like, well, a group of us are going to meet, and we're going to talk about more issues with sexuality, people of color, representation of ASEC, like what's really happening. And I remember there was this energy, like there was a buzz. And I was 8 months pregnant, so my buzz was a little lower. But I went to the meeting, and that was the beginning of Watcher. And I think about that, and I'm like, oh my God, like they're kicking ass now, right? Like they're everywhere, and they're doing these amazing things. And in no way I'm not a part of that movement, but I'm a part of the buzz. Like I hear it, I feel it, that passion is palpable. That's what you guys are. That's what all you folks are. Like there's this passion, there's an energy that's here all day long. When I walk in the class, when I read your journals, it's there, and it's because you know that there's this need. There's a void socially that you have the ability to fulfill. And that to me is really, really empowering. Some of you know how I got here, like to this work, and it was really, really roundabout. I mean, I was a French and Spanish major undergrad. We can see how that clearly leads to sex therapy. But it's those journeys in life that get you here. You know, the answers, the experiences where you go, well, 1 + 1 isn't equaling up to 2 this time. It's actually equaling up to 3. What does that mean to me? And how can I have this make sense to other people? That's part of the work that we do. Folks don't always understand what's going on. Folks don't always understand what human sexuality means. Folks don't always understand what it means to be a sexologist. You do. You're the translators. You're the Lewis and Clarks. You're the bell hooks. You're all of that. You're the people that go out and make it make sense. And it's these workshops, these conferences, these dialogues that help you become passionate to do that. And I am very much humbled to be a part of it, to be in your presence, to help influence sometimes, every once in a while, how that looks and what you do with it. So my final message to you is go infiltrate the system, take it down, and be the change that you want to be.
So it is just after 6 o'clock. Technically the mixer goes from 6 until 7:30. We still have raffle baskets to get through, and we really want to prioritize folks who have not won anything. Okay? We also, as you can hear or smell, some food coming in the back. That is food for our mixer. That'll be ready to go as soon as we are done with all these baskets. Once all these baskets are gone, we are free to mingle and eat and talk and drink some soda and drink some water and if folks need to like stretch their legs or go to the bathroom,